So Kennedy Agyapong had 235. Dr. Win Bawumia 242. Eiiii Akoto 1. Eiiii 0.
was your fire Steve Media so and I will share but more than a share program no FMA me afi wonya meka ye ho subscribe to the channel na bibia into me enye kama ye shall bo this channel say the update bia be koso efa eye abato ne ho bia no ye de ho nsem no ebebrɛw na wosusu wo hu say de niema na who win the flag bearership and I said the flag what race who win no ye de ho nsem ebebrɛw na quick no without wasting my time no say ade abato no course so gidigidi na say right now no the course so na dudu abobo ubedru police station anu me say na say omo bobo from a headquarters Accra omo di aba betudwa ene sensem bebra say the course so wo honom no when I say no mama and deliver this news before it is too late which for 70 day ade abato and the course so na e ma remfi say anopa no nkofo bebre enso so ebe ka kire eye Bawumia se sika no de mom no esa ne sa asunti no omo ebe to atia no na sen e na bato no mu nsem akwa wie sisie ya mene wo ekasai quick no moma yenko ne yenkohwe ne ekoso sisie wo honom wabra abato no omo guso agese omo county na afi yababa be kan bom ne ye de whole show no e de abane hu ne a odi kan ewo eye flag bearer race ni
election. There's going to be a serious departure from that in that final premise. So I would not, question the likelihood of Dr. Bawumia winning.
Doc, each of the 4 aspirants have been made to sign a legal commitment not to leave the party after everything is said and done. Do you think this is a feasible undertaking?
If anybody is not going to accept it, there is absolutely nothing the NPP can do to that person. If anybody leaves and refuses to leave the party, that person has every right to do so. It is not binding. But of course, I would expect that there is an ethical responsibility on the part of the people who agreed to sign that document.
Okay.
If you want to show credibility as an individual and you sign a document, it's up to you to, follow through with it. However, legally, I don't see any binding on any of the people who signed the document.
Doc, I'll take this as your initial comments because I'll have to let you go now, but we'll definitely connect with you again as the time goes on, so that you share again with us all the perspective that you have. Mr. Frederick Ejaku-Odro is a governance analyst. Let's now connect back to Maurice Ogbete at the NPP's headquarters. Maurice.
Had 2 of the votes. Mr. Adanimo had 4 of the votes. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong had 133 of the votes at the party headquarters, and then Dr. Bawumia had 254 of the total vote cast at this particular polling station. Quickly, I'll talk to Edward Nyako, who is being covering this whole process together with the team. Edward, so if you look at the figures, Kennedy getting 133 of the vote here at the party headquarters, it's a significant improvement over what he recorded here at this particular station during the super delegates conference.
Exactly, you are right, because getting 133 and Dr. Bawumia garnering 254. If you do the mathematics, that is the difference about 121 or so. It tells you that he's done extremely well, because if you look at the campaign and the party headquarters, which is supposed to be the citadel of the support of the vice president, then one would say that Kennedy Agyapong has done massively well. But by and large, I'm shocked about Adanimo because he secured 4 votes here, and Dr. Fiakutu had 2. If you look at Adenimo, it looks as if in terms of the campaign, he was not all that aggressive on the ground, but he managed to get 4 out of these votes that were cast here. It is phenomenal. But let's again, Kennedy Agyapong has shown that yes, indeed, the showdown is still on.
Right.
It's still,
even though he didn't win here at this polling station, the phrase that fear delegates can be applied. We spoke to a lot of the guys who voted here, and they said we voted for Bawumia, only for Ken to get 133 of the votes.
Yes, and I also spoke to some of the delegates, and my impression I had from those from diaspora were the ones that were tilted towards Ken's side. So I'm proud to this. And when we're having this discussion behind the scenes, some of them were expressing this sentiment. So it is obvious that the diaspora votes had contributed to this kind of improvement that we've seen of Ken's vote compared with last time we saw what he did. So it is massive. Right. It is massive.
Does it also defy the theory? During the super delegate conference, they were saying that Dr. Bawumia, had much of the votes here at the headquarters because it was the ministers and the top brass of the party that were voting. Here again, it was the same class of people who voted here, and it still manages to get 133.
It's the same, but let's not forget that the numbers had gone up. Now it's opened, and therefore a lot of people from the polling centers were also allowed to come inside their franchise here. So it is a sign that those, as we say, the grassroots guys are thinking different from those who are up there compared to what happened during the super delegate time. So I think there's something going on there. We can join them and then continue the discussion over there.
Okay, all right. So let's hand you back to the Electoral Commission officials who are declaring the results officially as collated on their sheets. Then they would move to the regional office and then to the EC headquarters to have all the results from the various constituencies collated and so declared. And so, as I said, here at the party headquarters, it was Kennedy Agyapong that had 133, Dr. Bawumia had 254, Dr. eiiii also Koto had 2, and then eiiii had 4 of the votes. We'll hand over to you in the studios. We'll get back to you when we have new updates.
Miriam is in Okaikwe South. Hello, Miriam. Thank you so much for joining us. Do you have any results for us?
Yes. I'm currently at Okaikwe South, where they have just declared the results here. So Kennedy Agyapong had 235, Dr. Bawumia 242, eiiii 1, eiiii 0. That's for Station A. There are 2 polling stations here. So the second polling station B, Mr. Kennedy Agyapong had 226, Dr. Bawumia 233, 233, Dr. eiiii 1, and Mr. eiiii 2.
And everything is calm there. Everybody has accepted this result.
Everything is calm. Initially with polling station A, they had to do a recount for Mr. Kennedy Agyapong, but they finally came to an agreement on the figure.
Miriam, so let's go over this result. Station A, okay. You said Mr. Kennedy Agyapong had 235, correct?
235, yes.
Dr. Bawumia 242.
242, yes.
eiiii 1 and eiiii 0.
Yes.
Then Station B, Kennedy Agyapong 226, 226.
226, yes.
Dr. Bawumia 233.
233, yes.
eiiii 1.
Yes.
And eiiii 1.
eiiii 2.
eiiii 2 for Station B.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So it means Station A, he got 0, but in station 2, he made some inroads there and got 2.
Yes.
Okay, Miriam, thank you so much for joining us. Right,
You're
and
welcome.
this is our continuous coverage of the NPP's flag bearership race. We are trying to connect with our correspondents across the country. Results have started trickling in, and we are trying to get all of them for you.
AK-Kennedy Agyapong had 386, Bawumia had 188, 188, I beg your pardon. eiiii had 0, and the had 5.
Sarah, I have some echo coming from you. So let's go over the figures that you have churned out. You said Center A, Kennedy Agyapong, 303, correct?
Exactly.
Dr. Bawumia, 223.
223, yes.
Every Akoto, 4.
4.
And Mr. Dainimo, 2.
2.
Then Center B,
yes.
You have Kennedy Agyapong, 386.
Kennedy Agyapong had 386.
Right. Dr. Bawumia
had 188.
Is it 100 or 400? 100. Okay.
188.
Correct. I get you. And then if we Akoto.
Adanimo had 0.
Okay.
The three Akoto had 5.
Okay. And
I must tell you something going on here.
Go on.
Manhandling by the police is gotten to the neck.
Manhandling of who exactly?
By the police.
Of who? The media, the delegates?
To recognize the presence of the media. They say we have no right to be in the perimeter. Yes, if we are not there, we cannot even get a good shot. And when you insist on and standing where you are, they confront you, they manhandle you, they push you, and it's just gotten too much.
Sarah, I hope, and we hope, all of us here hope that you keep safe. And for now, keep to the rules of the security apparatus, and let's, do everything so that we are able to get out of there safe. Sarah Ofori is our correspondent in the Crow constituency. We'll go for a quick break. We'll be back shortly. This is our coverage of the NPP's presidential primaries. We are working the lines to connect with our correspondents across the country. And before then, let's take you to Parliament. The Deputy Majority Leader, Mr. Alexander Agyapong, has informed Parliament that the National Security Ministry will soon release all 8 persons arrested in respect to the disturbances in Garum. According to Mr. Agyapong, despite a court order to remand the 8 persons, the national security is set to release them in the coming days. The military invaded the Garu community and allegedly assaulted residents after claims that some national security operatives were attacked. 8 persons were consequently arrested and detained for days, with the MP for the area, Mr. Albert Akuka Alauzuga, claiming he has not been allowed to meet his constituents who were arrested.
Abusafo ntino de ekoso eno no na cheze we wani tua yegusu a edi akire de be pop up on the media no so na say de be koso bia no ye de ebebrew. Everybody is doing what, and God being so good. Yente at Renchen bia na say kasakasa bia. I think say one of the polling stations and at Renchen BC or obi kwatwe sekan ne ade but God being so good, police for ede ne kwakwo shame nti so far so good no enema gusu a ekoso na ede ho update ni nyina ebebrew e Steve Media so na bibia etumi aye kama masori so yabesanso ehia bio.
Hello ebusiafo. Me momako abodiba AJ's Beauty Glam. AJ's Beauty Glam ye bia so we program a person ho ye fenkwan de wo hia ye. So we wedding, birthday party, photo shoot, outdooring, wo ko program pesa ucha bride na say ucha omo mobile program no kwa de wo hia yen de hia ne so be fa number na gu screen so na wa frɛ na ya kasa ye bibia fa beauty ho ye pedicure ye medicure ye wig ye wigs installation so ye bibia nti de hia ne so be fa number na gu screen so no na wa frɛ na ya twetwe nkomo na woni ma de so ye bo so da fom say hu ya tete bibia so e na de ba ko so e de wo ages beauty glam ne say ye ko baabia an baby a wo bia ye ba even flight cry dey was see twa ne ba e na mo hudo nti ye beba ne aba be siesew ne aba be dress wa ma wan kasa hwa ya kono na duru bedwem a ya hwe o mienu ne san so o cameraman ye ne wo monam an ye o cameraman nti so program no unya cameraman en worry cry frɛ ye ne wo mo beba ne aba betwa no mu twa so otim say yes picture na da honom ne fi se de be kasa wedding de eno ane oba enije nti wo ye wo sa wo ma ho ye fe nso na enije eno nti be bia wo biara de hia ne so obefa ye number ne ye betoa wo ye beba ye boa da form kama enu mu bedi nkomo na de wo ho no mu bia yaka AJ's Beauty Glam, home of beauty home of beauty ampa.